Oh, and welcome to a lovely rainy Thursday evening here in Chicago. I'm Rashid Durham, and with me is
I'm Emily Power. Howdy, shufflers and non-shufflers. We'll be inclusive of all the
yes,
non-shufflers
all you
streaming
shufflers and
tonight.
non-shuffle cats out there. Yeah.
So we are watching the finals match of the Intermediate Singles League of the Illinois Shuffleboard Association. We have two fantastic players ahead of us.
Yeah.
On the left here, we have Vishal. He, I have full disclosure. I am Vishal's teammate on his Tuesday team, the Khaki Pigeons. And then Vishal also just joined a Monday night team. They're called the Free Agents Monday, so they're a very creative bunch. Um, I did just learn a little bit of lore about Vishal. His first team that he ever played for was called Thick Biscuits.
Interesting.
Learn something about my own teammate tonight. And then
Yeah.
we have Maggie on the right. Very exciting semifinals match against Rathika. And she is on the team Whiskey Tang Foxtrot. And she's been playing for 5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you ever see that movie, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot?
You know, I did see that movie. But I don't know what
It's been a
this
long
says
time,
about me.
right?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yes. But the shuffleboard puns, we just can't get away from them in this
No,
community,
no, it's part of the community. We like it that way.
Okay.
Funnier and more awkward, the better.
So
Uh,
we are
we
this
are They're
frame.
just getting warm up, right?
Oh, is
Or is
this?
that the first frame? I was wiping my glasses, I should say, let everyone know since
I
we're not
believe
on camera.
I believe this is frame one. I believe this is
Yeah,
frame one. I locked in.
yeah, that was frame.
No
No,
points.
no points. So was that just that was
Okay.
just practice. Yeah.
0-0.
We have our trusty producer Jim over here to help guide us through all of this as well.
Yes. Thank you, Jim. All right. So Vishal was attempting to throw a St. Pete there.
Okay.
But it did turn into what I would call a Tampa for Maggie. So I think she's got to take this. It's not a textbook Tampa. It's a little high. But there's some there's some juicy space to hide behind. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you said St. Pete and Tampa. And for those that are new to the sport or just always going along with everyone's lingo here, like I do, what is the difference between Tampa and a St. Pete?
I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so a Tampa and St. Pete, and just to give a little bit more fun context, there's probably more shuffleboard courts in Florida than any other place in the world. So there's all these, silly Florida
Mhm.
references. A Tampa is so these are the two major blocks that often signify that are often used to open a frame. And the St. Pete is characterized by, so we're looking at a court now. So
Yeah.
if you see
Yep.
the bottom of the triangle
Hmm.
uh, of the 10 on the
Yes.
left or right, basically, if you drew a line, I mean, it could like straight up the board um, from there
Hmm.
in line with the top of the shufflegram, that would be, I think, close to what I would call a textbook St. Pete. Um, and then the Tampa, and that is thrown on the other side of the board. So like if I'm Maggie and I'm throwing a St. Pete for the shawl, I want it to be on the left side of the board. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Uh and then the Tampa, one of the wild things about Tampas is that they are actually thrown on your side of the board.
Ah.
And they are basically as close to the tip of the 10 shufflegram there, um, but to the on your
On
direct
my
side of the
side.
board. Does that
So
make sense?
to the black side of the board was we would say for viewers looking at the from the camera view,
If
looking
yes,
down this way.
yes, exactly. Right, right.
Yeah,
Like so, if Vishal was going to throw one for himself, it would be on his side.
and that's throwing a
Um,
Tampa.
yes, yes,
Got
yes.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So correlations to locations in Florida?
I wish I knew.
I know.
I wish I knew.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. Something to follow up on for sure.
Hmm.
I did hear one silly piece of trivia about shuffleboard courts. That might not be true, but it's kind of fun to believe in anyway.
Right.
Um, which is that there's like a legend that all heads, the head of the shuffleboard court is always closer to St. Pete. 'Cause St. Pete is this
Ah,
it's a sort
that
of haven for a shuffleboard.
fair. So it originated, and I'm gonna have to look this up because I am very, I won't say dumb, but I was, just
New,
not
maybe?
I'm new
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the sport,
Uh-huh.
even though we've been doing it for a couple years now. But
We're gonna see if
did
we
it?
have to
Yeah,
take that
yeah, we're gonna
biscuit
have to
off
see
the
if we're gonna
court.
take that biscuit off.
No. So
If
it's
the
touching the line.
it
It's
is
touching
touching
the
the
line.
line.
Okay.
Had the biscuit not quite cleared the line, they would have to remove it. This is
Yes, yes. That always, it's such a
yeah,
painful thing to do when you have to
right.
remove your
We
biscuit.
have to remove it.
It's the true, I've heard it referred to as the walk of shame.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And if you can get it just right to where your opponent, when they go to try to clear it, like she just did,
Uh-huh.
uh, and it doesn't clear the line, then you've
Yeah,
helped waste two biscuits essentially.
which is kind of a tough thing to do, really.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
will say,
I was very impressed that she was able to get that to bounce back onto the line there.
I know it makes me think that, I mean, she was obviously throwing it with a significant amount of force,
Yeah,
which, you want to do that for clears.
right.
But the thing is no matter how hard you are like pushing a biscuit, if you hit it perfectly head on, it will stay on the court and replace it. Okay, so Maggie was going for a hide there. I think she's through the kitchen, so she did
Yeah.
not get
She's
that
trying to thread that needle. It looked like
spooky
she was going
negative
for the
10.
eight, which is a good ploy. I think that's a
Yeah.
good tactic. Looks like Vishal wants to block up his side and hope
Hmm.
to have his last biscuit rest somewhere nestly in the eight or the seven.
Would you go for the hide there, or would you play
I
it safe?
I would have tried to go for a score on that second one just to get my practice swing out. I felt like
Yeah.
uh there was enough of a gap where she could probably still not, even if she threaded the needle, not be able to touch my biscuit.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of I will say I love when a game gets a little spicy and you have to use a little more like aggressive strategy because I feel like that's just kind of like the fun when the fun
Yeah,
of shuffleboard comes through.
right?
Um, However, early on, like in frames of a 16 frame game, I feel like I'm a pretty conservative player. I feel like
Yeah.
I adhere on that
Stay on
side
the
of things,
cautious
but
side of,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I see a lot of players will sometimes go for a score,
Hmm. Hmm.
or they will try to just block up the entire board.
Sure. Hmm.
Uh, there's also the players that will tend to just clear the entire board and just focus on their last biscuit being at the end. Would you say is that more of a conservative player that sits at the end there?
Okay, so it's very interesting that this topic is coming up
Okay.
because I think I try to do that early. If I have a lot of points to make up, you gotta get crazy. You gotta throw those kitchen bait uh biscuits. Um, but because that can get a little boring, it's like
Yeah.
so predictable. It's block clear, block clear. Um, while it's a safe way to play, it can just become a little trite over time, especially when you play
Yeah.
this as often as many of us do here
Right.
tonight. um,
There are quite a few regulars here
But
tonight.
there's a new rule that I don't know how long ago was announced. Some months. But there's a new rule, top down from the International Shuffleboard Association they're implementing, where after a player, if you open a frame with a block, If it's not touching the shufflegram, so if it's not touching any of those lines,
Yes.
um, the second player, the second biscuit, can not touch that first biscuit. It's called the no touch
You know,
rule. Um, and there's actually a tournament
a tournament for
on
this.
Sunday
Yeah, yeah.
utilizing this rule. Yeah, have you played with it yet?
I've practiced with it
Mm-hmm.
because I have a couple teammates that are going to be playing in it. But I myself have not had to enforce the rule myself yet, just yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It does. I do like the idea of it though. It is very enticing, and I try to just work with it now. It helps me learn a new skill of like just leave it and
Yes.
see if I can actually score behind it, or if I can just work with it, work with their blocks.
So it looks like the last two frames we have two missed hammers. Um, it's a heartbreaker. Heartbreaker
Yeah,
to go short,
yeah,
heartbreaker to that 7-8 line. It's
yeah.
really a shuffleboarder's nightmares.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Not to mention we're on court three that also has a slight slant in it
Hmm.
that will tend to cause you to, I don't know, I find that discs that go down, we'll continue to call it the black side,
Mm-hmm.
where when they're coming towards the head, they will slightly veer to the right a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Do you feel like you have a read on this quartz nuances and drift?
A little bit,
Yeah.
mainly from the foot
Okay.
pushing this way because
Hmm.
that's I'm usually for my team I'm always at the foot and preferably I prefer to be the hammer.
Yeah.
My brain just blanked as I was trying to watch the
What?
shot as well as speak. So a
Yes. Yes. Yes.
little rusty on this, but
Hmm.
it's okay. Oh, very nice attempt there. That is exactly what I tried to go for.
Yeah.
It's a valiant effort there. I like that. So he can either try to kitchen her or put it in the 10
Hmm.
and put it in the 10 himself. Looks like
He has a lot to
cleared
hide
it,
behind
and then
now.
yeah, now he's got a decent wall.
I feel like, let's see. See what Maggie does. Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
very well done.
It's kind of
Nice,
fun.
nice
Wasn't
dead
expecting that.
center. Yeah, I was not expecting that.
And it was right on the
Do
10.
you find yourself? Will you bait someone into just doing that? Like
Um, sorry, will I bait somebody into
bait,
like,
bait. Like
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay,
Bait.
sorry.
No, it's
I
okay.
don't know what I
Will I
thought.
bait somebody into like trying to score a 10?
Yes,
That's an interesting question. I
so
don't know
that
if
you
I've
can
even
then
thought
replace them
about.
and put them in the kitchen.
Okay, so I did make this shot the other night,
Oh yeah.
which I'm very excited about.
Oh nice.
Um, and it was like somebody that I practiced with, so it was just
Yeah.
kind of funny. But
Right.
um, I don't know if I think about baiting other people to play, um, to score a 10. It's definitely something that I like to try to do at the end of the frame, specifically to score a high 10 or a high 8
Yeah.
because if you do it right, you can basically like steal someone's hammer, because it's
Right.
hard to replace,
Yeah.
like what you were talking about
Yeah.
with the lag line and if it's touching the line.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite ways to close a frame off hammer.
Huh, I like
Um,
it.
yeah. What do you feel like your like
That is.
final
Oh,
like what's
sorry.
your strategy for like
I
closing
would.
a frame?
I would say closing my frame. If I'm not, if I guess that's what you would call it, closing the frame before the hammer goes out, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Or
sorry,
is it
closing the frame when you don't have the hammer.
when
Like
you
what's your
don't have the hammer?
last
My
what are you
last
doing with your
push.
last biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would also go for the high eight because I like to sit right in that corner so that there's a very little chance of them scoring anything
Mm-hmm.
off of it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
I
Unless they have that kitchen speed down, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's the one thing. There's some people that are so good at it.
I
And you
know.
just can tell, right? You
Well,
know you
I
screwed up
totally. And
when
like I
you're
don't know
lining up
about you,
for it.
but I start getting nervous when I see somebody like trying to dial in the speed earlier in the game. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh
Oh
no.
no. Like, yeah, this is gonna be a long one.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay, we have a little bit
We're
of
doing a
a
little,
small stick, but that's not really too dangerous for her.
you know,
There's not a
it
lot to
looks like
hide behind, I suppose.
yeah, looks like he's gonna keep going for the block though.
Yeah.
You know,
I always think this is a pretty powerful block because it's kind of impossible to clear both. I mean, it is possible. But I think
but it's
most of the time it's tempting to go right in the middle, in which you will stick probably, but
yeah.
well,
All right.
okay.
So now I got a little bit of a even balance.
We got two St. Pete's on the board there.
Two St. Pete's. I am gonna learn these terminologies before the night is over. You can quiz me as we get along here.
Yeah, I think I might. I think I might when we get into the second half here. We'll see what sticks.
Score still 0-8 on the sixth frame.
Wow, quite a low scoring game.
Very low scoring game, which usually ends up being more the nail biter game. I like when they come down to just one one biscuit.
Yeah, yeah, we might
Feels the
be
entire
set up for that.
yeah,
I will say, I feel like a low scoring game is very exciting. While it's sad to not get your hammers.
right. They they can be yeah. It's like it's not like football where a low scoring game is necessarily boring because each frame can be very intense.
It feels like you can, a full game that's like low scoring. I feel like at the end you can slice the tension in the room with a knife. Like
Hmm. It's just there.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
vibrating.
You're right. There's Maggie for her
Hmm.
first.
I will say it's one of when somebody is just a consistent clearer like that,
Yeah.
it can be very frustrating if your game is dependent upon hiding,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
how you feel. Definitely feel like I love getting a good hide in. I feel like more confident in it than
yeah.
scoring my hammer. There's something about the added pressure, but
Uh,
uh
yep, sorry,
yeah.
go ahead, finish.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel
uh,
well, you said you like having the hammer, so I would imagine
I
you're
like
pretty good
having the
at
hammer
clearing. Yeah.
because I tend to feel like there's a little less pressure if there's a good lead going on, but if
Hmm.
there, I also feel pretty confident in myself to at least get something on the board right at the end
Sure. Yeah.
for that
Yeah,
very last
absolutely.
biscuit. Uh, but I also, if I'm going first, sometimes if I find that the player I'm going up against is a constant clearer, I'll
Hmm.
kind of just throw them off their game a little bit and just
Yeah.
start scoring and seeing like, okay, what
Ooh,
side of the court are they actually really good at pushing and clearing off of?
yes.
Yeah,
That was a Not to interrupt you. That was just a
no, you're
beautiful
okay.
hide by
Yeah, there was a
Maggie. Like
very
I
nice
feel like
time. Yes.
she already had to thread the needle. She has some space, but she landed that right on the I feel like the shawl might have a little line on it, like a little slice, but
Yeah,
that's
that's a that
you
is
know,
a tough call, and I
yeah.
don't.
See what he does.
Yeah, see, for this, I would say he also has a very good block. You could park it on his eight, or even put it in the 10, put it right on the one or the zero, like literally on the
Yes,
number itself.
totally.
That's a pretty
That is
decent
the
block.
only like for a Tampa. So Maggie has a Tampa for
This
herself.
is Tampa for herself, yes.
Um, the only biscuit that you can hide as the opponent to somebody that has a well-placed Tampa is on the 10. It's the only protected biscuit, if you will.
Okay.
Everything else is exposed, unless there's a weird drift. But oh, okay, that looks in. Somebody gonna
So that
signal.
it kind of looks
It's
like
deep,
there
but
looks like it's deep in there, but I think it's in. Yep,
okay.
that is in.
That was a very humble two.
Yeah, right. She's going for it, going for the clear. She
Okay,
did knock him down a step,
okay.
so he's got a seven instead of eight.
I think those are Vishal's first points on the board.
Yeah. And so
We got a match.
yeah, we've got a match. We've got points on the board all around now.
Mhm.
So your thought here, let's say you're in Maggie's position.
Hmm.
You're ahead. You're still ahead by a
Yeah.
biscuit. Uh, what's your
Like, what am I thinking about
strategy? What are you
right
thinking
now?
of? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm nervous. I'm like nervous for both of them.
Right. Yeah.
To just have made it this far, it's just very exciting. Like
Yeah.
you did you play in singles this season?
No, I still have not.
Okay.
I do not feel like I have enough response. Like
Well,
I don't feel like I am able to handle the scheduling with another
sure,
person
sure. I get that.
because I
Yeah.
already have a chaotic schedule as it is
Yeah.
in my normal daily work life.
It is like there is something about the the personality type that can do like shuffleboard and single shuffle. There's like
Yeah.
they have to be like somewhat organized
Oh,
and like
very,
show up,
very
you
much
know?
so.
Like it
Yes.
like vets a personality
Yes.
type. It's kind of funny. Um
That is my wife to a T. Oh, and we had a bounce back, but that
Oh,
does not
Jim's
count.
got it. It's
Jim,
not
our
really negative
producer, is
10.
on it.
I'd like to describe singles fundamentals as the gateway drug into the
Yeah.
shuffleboard community. And Royal Palms is too. I just think there's something about the competitive. Wow. I
Yeah.
that drifted more than I thought.
That,
Maybe not
yeah,
quite
yeah,
as much as Maggie wanted to, but
yeah,
uh she's finding that line.
yeah.
Um
So many little nuances in the court that
mhm,
can
mhm.
cause a little drift like that.
Yeah,
From your push to your aim, the court itself,
I've
how
got an
dry. Yeah,
exposed
we
eight.
got a
I
very
wonder what she
exposed date there.
does.
I think this is a
Wonder if
textbook
she
move she's going to go for here.
You think she's gonna go for the kitchen?
I think she's going to go for the kitchen and blocking his
Replace?
eight, replacing his eight.
Does look like kitchen
Ah, that
speed.
looks speed.
It's okay.
Yeah,
You'd rather it. I
that
mean,
was a little
I don't know.
speedy.
My
But
philosophy on kitchen
but
speed is
yeah, it's
to
so
go.
hard to tell.
Yeah,
I thought that looked perfect. Honestly,
really.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'd always rather it go a little too
A little
far
too far.
than leave
Yeah,
somebody in
yeah.
points.
Bank on the points yourself. The kitchen is a bonus.
Hmm.
Yeah,
See, it looks like Vishal is going to take that kitchen
yeah.
or
Gonna
try.
go
We'll see.
for
We'll
it.
see.
Let's see. It's a little lighter. Oh, okay. All
That
right.
is one of the I don't want to say disadvantages. It's one of the realities of when you are throwing a biscuit at like a very precise speed to do
Yeah.
something specific. It's going to catch more of the drift.
Right. Yep.
And I think we saw that a little
Yeah.
bit. Whereas when you go really fast, like if you're clearing or something, kind of giving it everything you got, and you don't experience as much of the drift.
Yeah. It's ah, my mind was had a brain fart there.
It's okay. It's okay. It's been a long day. We
It's
worked.
been a
You had
long
a long
day.
day.
It's been a very long
Yes.
day.
I'm not gonna lie, I have never gotten the drift on Core 3. I just
No,
it
really
because it feels
feels
like
very flat to you.
no,
Ah,
definitely not that.
okay.
Um, I feel like I should have a pre on it by now, but there are courts, there's courts like 7 where you know what's gonna happen. 7
Yeah.
is always gonna drift towards the black
Always.
side,
Yep.
and 3 is so pockety to me. Like there are different,
It's like a
yeah.
twist almost, like as it's
Mm-hmm.
going down, right?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah.
And I've just never quite gotten a grasp on it.
Right.
I will say this experience maybe benefited just like purely watching.
Yes, right? Yeah, this is nice. We don't actually have to keep score ourselves necessarily. We're not the referees this
Jim's
time.
Jim's taking care of
Jim's
that.
taking care of that for us. I I know you all may see, well, we're actually not sure what you see because we see a slightly different thing than you do.
All right. We're at the turn. So our players are warming up on their new side of the court.
Right. The final scores from the last is still 7-16.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I did get a little caught off guard when I saw the 18-36, but that is for Jeff
Right,
and
right.
I do I do know how to pronounce her name. Is it Radhika or
Jeff and Rathika. Yeah, yeah.
Radhika? Okay,
Rathika, yeah, yeah.
Radhika.
Yeah, they are. We have another match that you can't quite see on camera.
Yeah,
Um, For third place, we had the semifinals before this match, and Rathika and Jeff are playing it for third. They
Yeah.
were they were really close games today. There were no,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
it was fun to
I think
watch.
everyone played very well today.
All right, and we'll see. I don't really
Oh,
know. Do you feel like you feel like court three has a a more advantageous color?
okay.
I'm curious because I that's something that I experienced. So like court seven, for example, I feel like it's more advantageous to be yellow on that court because of the drift. It's just
Mm-hmm.
easier for yellow
Yeah,
biscuits to hide.
right.
So
I let's see. I always play on the foot black, and
mhm.
I do find sometimes that three tends to favor yellow for me
Okay.
down on the foot end.
Hmm.
Would you agree with that?
You know, as I shared with you, I
I
really don't feel like I have a read on this court. And
you
it's
have
funny because
or
it's the
right.
championship, like
Yeah,
everything is played. And
right. You're right. Yeah.
I'm mostly asking because I'm going to be influenced by your answer.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see here. So we'll see how he's pushing off. Let's see. It's also how do you know how often they polish the floor or the biscuits? Do you know the routine?
Oh, yeah, this is sometimes I feel like they intentionally keep it a secret, specifically the when they wax the
The
quartz.
cord itself, right?
But the biscuits, I think it's just every day.
Every day. Oh, okay.
And then, well, actually, okay, so we're not playing with Royal Palms
Oh,
biscuits
that's right.
tonight.
We're playing with official Ilsa biscuits.
We
Yes.
are. So those are special. And they're just a little less chipped. You know,
Yeah.
those Royal Palms
They're,
biscuits, they see a lot. Um,
yeah. They're what we would say they're not the publicly used
yeah,
biscuits.
yeah, they're a little, they have an exclusivity to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Just
okay.
just like any official regulated sport, we're gonna have someone that's keeping track of the quality of the equipment that we're using.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
I do think though that for these events, they wax them just before.
just
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
just so it's even playing field.
yeah. And then you get into when you have like an all day tournament. So like for Sunday, for example, sometimes if they can navigate it, they'll like wax them midday once too. You just want to make sure whatever you're doing, everybody is experiencing the same thing. You want to
Yeah,
keep it fair.
yeah,
Um, because it can be disruptive to come back to a court and the biscuits have been waxed and you are used to them, you know?
right. And you were just practicing the day before on a completely different type. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what you got here. Oh, very nice clear.
That was kind of what I was talking about earlier, where when you're trying to clear two and you go in the middle, somebody's gonna get left behind, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It,
See what the shawl does
let's see
here.
what's
Is he gonna go for a
here.
hide?
Yeah, it looks like he's going for a hide, shooting from the far right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Speed looked good. But that drift, that was a pull to the right there.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's see. Slick. She'll do a decent clear here. Is
Looked
she
like
gonna just
kitchen.
replace it?
Okay.
Yes, she is just replacing it. Not kitchen yet.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see any true
If anyone's
kitchen
gonna go first.
attempts.
No one's cooked yet.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
he hit it right in the right spot. I feel
Yeah.
like when it's so close to the
This
line like that, you
yeah.
kind of risk um hitting the line.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like at this point would you think if you don't have the space, are you
Hmm.
more focused on getting that kitchen than scoring?
You know, this is kind of an intense game, and it's so low scoring. Oh, that was
Ooh,
interesting.
that was I
They're like,
she
what
doesn't look
happened?
like she was prepared for that one,
Yeah.
but we all thought it looked quite nice.
Um, that's a snuggle.
A little snuggle, yeah.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite, my favorite shuffleboard like terminology things. Because it's the cutest. It's by
Yeah,
far the cutest.
yes, definitely. And it is a very difficult challenge to try and clear your opponent's biscuit when they are snuggling like that.
Totally. And it's also it's a shot I don't think about a lot.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons I'm always, grateful to like team coaching when they're like, hey, did you think about that? It's like, no, I never thought about the
Yeah.
goal. Because it's a perfectly precise shot, you
Yeah.
know. Um, and I feel like it does throw other shufflers off, which is one of
Yeah.
the reasons it's a fun shot to take.
Right.
You know.
It gives them their little your might give your teammates a heart attack if they don't have as much faith in you.
Yes. Oh, totally. I think we've all been there.
You're right.
Which is one of the reasons that singles is fun. I mean, I love my team leagues, but it is fun to be like, you know what? I'm gonna take this crazy shot because I can. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not letting anybody down but
Yeah,
myself.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But the pressure is a little off there. I feel that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I uh
Um,
I doubt that our players tonight are feeling no pressure though.
right. But it's just, 50 people watching you.
Uh-huh.
Nothing to sweat about. But they do look very calm, cool, and collective. They look
Yeah.
like they've got this.
We've got good sports playing all around tonight. I love
Yeah.
I love seeing the kickoff and the half turnover, a good game and a fist bump. Just good,
Yeah.
you know,
There's
sportsmanship.
I feel like there is good sportsmanship here.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think I've
Got a
only
pretty good
witnessed
crowd.
one
Got
one
some signs.
tense interaction here ever, and that was probably back in my first or second season here. And that's from there it's been everyone's been very nice.
You wanna tell
Yeah.
us more or?
We won't talk about it right now, but maybe one day I will be comfortable enough, but it is a very curb your enthusiasm moment, we'll just
Uh-huh.
say.
Okay. Somehow that tracks for this community.
Yes, right?
I could see that. I just get to
Just a
imagine.
total miscommunication
Oh
and
goodness.
just led to
My
like
least
yeah.
favorite thing. Miscom. All right. That was Vishal's hammer.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes this game even tighter.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see here.
Just clarifying the score here. Seems to have been a little mishap.
Sorry, we just had a little confusion on which frame we were on
Did
for
we clear it up?
I think so. The I saw that they had written their scores at the top
Hmm.
for switching colors,
Okay.
and
Yeah, yeah.
it doesn't look like they scored anything, but they also no one scored anything during it, so they probably just
Oh,
left the numbers there and then went on to the second frame, wrote in the second frame, and so their confusion when they came back over was
interesting.
did we write in our first score?
Oh,
They were
okay,
confused
okay.
on where they were just because no one had actually filled in the 716 officially after.
I see.
So
I feel like in the finals, we should have like somebody keeping score for
I
these
feel
guys, you
right.
know?
I agree. I highly agree with you on that one. Next, we'll work on that for the
Yeah, this
next
is
event on Sunday.
exactly, exactly. Are you playing on Sunday?
I am not,
Okay,
but I
yeah.
will be here enjoying and watching and
Nice,
cheering
nice.
everyone on.
Oh, are they gonna film that too?
Yeah, we're gonna film
Oh,
that
very
too.
fun,
Yeah,
very fun.
yeah, that would be
Um,
great. Are
so
you
this
playing?
is I am
You
playing.
are? Okay.
Yes, yes. This is the second time that Royal Palms Ilsa is doing this event. And the last one, like registrations just went eaten up like right away. Um, so people really liked the event. I got to
Yeah.
see some of it. Yeah. Um, and then so they're doing it again. So I did sign up for this one. They did something smart too, where if you had not played in the first one.
Mhm.
Registration was open to you first.
Ah, okay.
So I
Similar to
always
the Valentine's and Thanksgiving one. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And I always like I just always sleep on that stuff. So I was like, oh, perfect. I have
I'm
all
just
this
gonna do it.
time because
Yeah.
everybody signed up so quickly last time. And I had like this whole window of time before it opened. And I did it. I
Yeah.
effectively did it. So
Very nice.
I will be
Well, awesome.
playing Sunday. So
Good luck to you
thank
on
you.
Sunday.
Thanks. Yeah. It's also my birthday. So it'll be fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
play.
All right.
Do
Well,
my favorite weird sport or
yeah,
my weird
w-
favorite sport. I think that's what it
with
is.
your weird family here of shuffleboard
Exactly.
shufflers, yes. Well,
Okay,
we're
everything's sorted with the
yes.
scores now. Okay,
Looks like we're
perfect.
back. So it is officially 24 to 22. Maggie is now on black. Vishal is on yellow. And we're done our we're now on our third shot each.
Okay.
Started with a Tampa.
Right
Yes.
now.
Are these considered two Tampas here?
Um, I think those are St. Pete's.
St. Pete's. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna get this. St.
By
Pete,
by frame
Tampa.
16. You're gonna be
Yes.
all over
Yeah. Either that or I'll be in the wrong state. I'll just start calling them Cleveland and Columbus.
Okay, I think that was a
Oh,
kitchen
very
attempt.
close.
Yeah, that
Very
was
close kitchen attempt, but
I
it
feel like the
looks like
speed
that is on
was
the line.
perfect.
Yeah, the speed was dead on.
Just that angle.
Yeah.
Just a little too far left. Wonder what Vishal's gonna do. He tried to take a hide earlier, but it is
Yeah,
his hammer,
it is.
so I feel like the more conservative thing is to clear, but it looks like he is lining up for that hide.
But it looks like, yeah, it looks like he's going for the hide. There's also the risk of her using his dead biscuit as a backboard for scoring
Mm.
herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's quite possibly going for it.
Yeah.
So I think that is, I mean, that is a very tough shot, and I think if she has full confidence in herself, I think she could do. I
This is
think
one of my least favorite shots.
it's say
Yeah.
100%.
Mostly because like she has a line on it. She could hit it, but when you're working with like a partial block and that yellow biscuit is so deep on the board, there's a chance that you put yourself in the kitchen, right?
Right.
And that's like
Now
just,
it looks like
oh,
she's going for that. Ooh,
okay.
well, she was going for that slight chef's kiss
Mm-hmm.
into the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen.
So I wonder what Vishal's gonna do. He could. It's kind of in a precarious place because if he
Yeah,
tries to hit it, he even risks
right.
knocking his biscuit in the
Yeah,
kitchen. I think I would maybe go for just an eight.
just an eight. Yeah, just played safe.
Oh,
But
not
let's see.
Vishal.
Ah, I like it.
All right.
All right.
Okay. So there's
Still three.
looks like
Still
three
looks
on the
like it's
board.
three. Yeah. So he technically did walk away ahead in that frame. So
Yeah.
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 Yep. And I think he put it just the right amount of power on there, just to
Uh-huh.
set. Yeah. Like it's
Got some avid cheerleaders for our semifinalists playing for
is
third
that
place.
is that better for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We're just adjusting some
No worries.
volume
I
over
think it's
here.
good. I think it got better.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I was also starting to lose you a little bit there as the music was getting louder
Yeah,
behind
that's
us.
what it was. Yeah. And then I realized I interrupted you a couple of times. I was like, oh, I just didn't know you were talking.
Same, same. So we do apologize to each other and to our viewers. We were not being rude and ignoring each other.
The the slight the slight pause will make
Yeah.
the rest of this better, I promise.
Yes.
Okay, 2 points still. No,
Five.
five. Okay, okay.
Five. Yeah, I know it
I
was
was
difficult to see
confused.
there
Yeah.
for a second because the Jeff and Radhika,
Okay, so what blocks are those that are up right now?
a Tampa and a St. Pete.
They're, I would say both same feats, but you were a little closer than last time.
Okay, so it's the shufflegram, right? I have to remember the tip of the shufflegram is where the change happens,
Oh,
right?
totally. And sometimes it's a little. Am I gonna say
So
that it's
St. Pete
subjective?
once it's closer to the shufflegram, Tampa
I
further away from it.
Yes, I would say like the opposite. So I would say so like that the Tampa is closer to the tip of the 10 and the St. Pete is further away. Got it?
Yep,
Yeah.
I was thinking
This,
this
yeah, yeah,
way
yeah.
instead
Distance in
of
the opposite direction.
yeah, yep.
Totally. I would say that they are both in line with the tip of the 10 though, in
Okay,
terms of like how far they
far.
are on the board. Um, yeah.
I
The other
got it.
thing about the St. Pete is you have a significantly larger margin for error. Like you can
Mhm.
throw it a little off and it still does the job. Thing about Tampa's is that, oh, the lovely
Ooh,
hide
very good
by
hide.
Maggie.
Very nice.
That's
It
like,
even did a little curve at the end. Yeah.
yeah, had to roll up with style.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were Vishal?
Honestly, I think that's such a good block that I would focus on scoring myself.
I agree.
So,
Now,
he could hit his 10 into the 8 and then he's got a good block for it.
oh,
Oh
oh,
no.
man, you went for the combo. I
He
was just
did
gonna
go for
bring
the
up
combo. The
combos, and
combo. I do like to do the combos. This is I I feel for him because I did this exact same thing on Tuesday.
really,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I ended up kitchening myself twice.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
off of
twice.
combos.
Different frames, right?
Different
Not all
frames.
packed into one. I
Yes.
don't know if that would make it better or worse. Yeah, the self kitchen. I
Yeah.
will say one piece of shuffleboard etiquette that okay, the match just ended for the
Yes.
players playing for
For third
third
place,
place.
and it
Then
looks
we
like
have a winner,
we have a winner. It's Radhika. Radhika.
Radhika.
I do
Congratulations. I'm very
apologize, Radhika.
excited for her. I feel like I see her like in semifinal, just getting so
Yeah,
close all the time. It's
always.
always I love when somebody captures something or like gets a win.
Yes.
Um
I love her shirt, by the way. I just read it for the first time tonight. It
it
says,
says
"Isn't she rad?"
that's amazing. That's amazing. And the way, just for the people listening at home, the way that Radhika spells her name is starts with RADH. So her t-shirt says, "Isn't she rad?" and it has that spelling. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, oh wait, no, it just says rad. My bad.
No,
um,
you're right. You're good.
but the
But it
shuffleboard, we
has more.
just love our
I
puns.
know.
Can't
Yeah,
get
we
away
do. We do.
from.
Yeah. Seems like Maggie has a very clear
Mhm.
objective here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She's
She's locked
just
in.
gonna keep the board clear. She does have a commanding lead of
Okay,
38 to
yeah.
26. Okay.
She has a straightforward goal here to mitigate any points
Yeah.
against her.
Ride it out, bring it home.
Okay,
Oh, very
it's
nice.
a
Very nice deep
deep
10.
10. So if she hits it at the right angle, she can replace it. She has plenty of room. for her biscuit to remain. I always think that
Oh,
that's a harder shot than people
yeah,
really give it credit for.
I agree.
Um, there's something about I feel like it's because most of the time you're scoring your hammer on like a 7 or an 8.
Yeah,
So it's a higher probability shot. It's a different at a different point on the board, obviously. And like that 10 is just unexplored
yeah,
territory. Like
yeah.
what does it do, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
My thing is that another thing that I was noticing is I notice a lot of players push from different parts
Mm.
of the court.
Hmm.
Do you have a, do you tend to stick towards the center, or do you tend to go towards the outside, or do you just try to line it up with whichever biscuit you're getting ready to shoot?
Yeah. I love talking about this because I feel like it's one of the things that does vary. Like people have very strong opinions about it, and um it varies amongst players, but I am almost always shooting from the 1 or the 4.
Okay.
Which is those are basically the two extreme parts of your little rhombus that you get to shoot out of. One is as close as possible to the center of the board. The other is as far as possible from the center of the board. Mostly because I'm usually trying to give myself the most room, and I find that it tends to be in those places. The only time that
Yeah.
I will shoot from the 2 or 3 spot or anywhere in that ambiguous in between
Yeah.
is if I'm trying to thread the needle
Yeah.
between biscuits, and I kind of have
Yeah.
to, right?
Yeah.
So and it's always fun because I'm like, oh, I'm never here. What am I doing? Yeah. How do you feel about oh, she clipped it.
Oh,
It's
yep.
through.
Just clipped it. It's cleared. I also prefer to the center of the rhombus,
Uh-huh.
pushing closest to we'll say the V.
Okay.
And I,
Yes. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I,
The only lines on the board that
yeah,
don't count.
yep, exactly. I, I always I'm very conscious of being consistent,
Yeah.
and that is on the line. It looks like.
Working hard.
What's the routine?
All right. We're gonna
So
see if we need to remove that
this is our
biscuit. Get it out of here.
yeah. Oh, see, I thought that was on the line.
I did from here as well.
Yeah. Let's see. This is frame 14, so we do have another down and back to go.
We are closing in.
So we're closing in on the end of this match between Maggie and Vishal.
Oh, so
Oh, very
close to a
close.
perfect high 10.
It's just ever so slightly on the line there.
So Vishal's kind of needs this hammer.
Yeah,
See if he goes left or right. Looks like he's
yeah.
going left.
Looks like he's going left, and looks like he'll get a
There we
seven.
go. It does
Yes.
feel good to get your
To just
hammer
get your hammer.
like
Yeah,
at this point in the game
right.
because it just changes things. Like closing that gap right now was,
Yeah, just bringing it back a little bit.
yeah.
Get the tension going back on your opponent a little bit.
Mm, you can feel it. It's like getting a little quieter, you
Yeah.
know? People
And
are.
then, of course, the song that just started, which we know everyone here can't hear, but it's a very great 80s song
Mm. Everyone's taking a little more
there we
time to
go.
line up their shots.
Yeah.
So I know this about Vishal because I play with him on
'Cause-
Tuesdays, but we like to tease him for being a hard clearer. Um, and that he's like going to break people's ankles. Like literally, if I'm on the other side of the court and Vishal is about to clear, I'll like warn people. I'm like, we gotta. Got a hard clear here. It's gonna hurt your ankles.
Hopefully everyone's got high tops on.
But I do have to say, I feel like he's lightened up a little bit. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody said something.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty well. I think
Oh
it's got it.
yeah,
I think he's got
definitely,
it there. Pretty
definitely.
solid. I have had some I've learned the hard way to focus on who's playing on the head when I
Uh-huh.
go to sit down because I
Oh,
have had a biscuit skip up and almost hit me in the chin.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes I'm surprised there aren't more biscuit injuries.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We are
Specifically, like, I don't know, like slipping on one or something,
right.
but
Yeah,
no.
we should put up one of those
Oh,
signs
I hope I
last
didn't
time that
jinx
there was
this.
a biscuit injury.
Uh, oh yeah, I like that, like a countdown.
Like a countdown.
That's good. That's good. Oh, graze in that line. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Ooh. So
Okay.
Vishal could clear that and replace it or kitchen. I mean, he's trying to climb back. What would you say?
He can definitely replace it if he hits it right, but it's drifty there. Like I keep
Very
seeing
thrifty
it,
there.
and it drifted. Oh, what happened there?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It does look like he got an 8 on his side,
this
and he did knock
maybe.
Maggie's black biscuit out onto the line. So there's a 8-0 frame.
Okay, we're in the final frame, you guys.
Yeah. Vishal is up 3 points. It is
Okay,
38 to 41.
what a fun
What
final
a
frame.
twist.
Um, so Vishal's up three, but Maggie has the hammer. There is something about that though, like that pressure of
Of
having
a
to score
lot of
your
pressure.
hammer.
Yeah, I
The joys of playing Blackfoot.
yes. I it is my comfort zone, even though it is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's always funny to me. So Vishal likes to play Blackfoot as well. I I do every once in a while. I get nervous. It's funny. And then like I play like really great when I'm like in a more defensively strategic position.
Yeah,
But that's the longer you play, the more of a mind game it
right. It
becomes.
becomes yeah, very very
Solid.
chess-like for most of us here. It
Oh,
seems.
totally. I feel like your skill caps out after like some amount of time. I don't know what that time is yet.
Yeah.
And then it's just a mind game.
Yep.
How rested are you?
It's a mind game. Yeah. How alert are you? What was your day like?
Yeah.
How are you pushing? Are you hydrated? There is one young lady in I believe it's on the Tuesday night.
Hmm.
Because I come in on both nights, but she likes to have a beer in her hand when she's pushing because it to her helps her with her balance.
um, that is very silly. I love those like I don't know, just like those random player
Yeah.
quirks.
Yep. Yeah.
I think it's very funny how
Yes.
a lot of our
Yeah.
players here have a very specific way of lining up for their shot. Um,
Yes. And they all have a there are some that have a very unique push,
mm,
and they almost have like the bowling player or she's
bowler.
a bowler.
We got there.
We got there. It was a long walk, but we got there. It's 9 o'clock on a Thursday night, people.
Yeah, it is. Uh,
But you know how some bowlers will have that kickoff that
uh,
kick out at the tip at the end off their
hmm.
push.
Do you have any like a lineup ritual?
Mine is I usually like to have my arm touch
Mm.
the ground so that I know that I'm straight up, and then
Oh.
I line up my shot from there and then push.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
looks like that is very
See if that
close, but it
10 is
looks
in
like
or
that is
not.
on the line.
No.
Yeah, that is no points.
But it's funny because she's probably going to do the same thing anyway, you
Yeah,
know?
right. Yep, she was gonna clear it no matter
I'll
what. She was
I'll even
going for it.
okay.
All right, and she has blocked up her
Locked up the shows.
she's blocked up the shots, and there is a Tampa and a St. Pete.
Yeah, that biscuit
Is
like
that
that's like probably more of a St. Pete than a Tampa, but that's honestly the one like close to
the
the
one
center. That's
closer?
like It's hard. It would be hard to categorize. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I would say it's more of a it's a narrow St. Pete. We'll say that.
Yeah. I look
Okay.
forward to everyone making fun of me for this as they play me for the rest of the season.
Okay, here we go. Final
Yep.
shot.
Final
She needs
shot.
to stink this to win.
Oh,
And that's just okay. All right.
just bit off.
It's that drifty court.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Thrifty
you.
Court. Yep.
All
That was a
right.
well done, well played game by
And
both players.
absolutely. And I just love a close game
I
too.
love a close game.
And they
I
both
was,
played amazing
they both
all
did.
season, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Vishal.
Yes. I'm sure you're quite happy
I'm
because that's your,
very excited for him.
yeah,
Very
your
excited for
teammate.
Vishal. Yeah, yeah. I've
Yes.
been trying to play it cool. How have I been doing?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, yeah.
And
Okay.
so, with signing off, we have Vishal took first place, Maggie took second, Rathika in third, and Jeff in fourth. And we thank you all for joining us. I'm
Yeah.
Rashid, and
Emily, thanks for joining.
thank you.